Alrighty, using my Bob Lav here. Well, I'm going to be making spaghetti over the course of 2 days, and today I'm going to prepare some of the ingredients. This is one that I made in the early 1990s. So now I need to get 1/2 cup chopped green sweet pepper. So let's go ahead and work on that. 1/2 cup of chopped green sweet pepper. Looks like this is going to be, this was the smallest green pepper I could find. So what I'm going to do is store all the chopped vegetables in this thing here. One of my Patreon supporters got that for me. This looks like it's going to end up being more than, I already took the seeds out of this. Chopped green pepper. Those tacos that I made the other day were delicious. So, let's go ahead and chop this up till I get 1/2 cup chopped. And then I'll decide what I'm going to do. I'm also planning on, these are the spices. I'm going to grate my own cheese. Let me tell you a trick I've learned with, this is Italian parsley in here. What I did is when I bought it from the grocery store, I rinsed it off, then I dried it. Then I snipped about 1 inch off of the bottom, and I'm storing it in paper towels wrapped with plastic wrap, and it seems to be working. They look pretty good. So let me go ahead and continue chopping the green peppers. Yeah, here. Let's see if I can turn this off. Okay, this is turning out to be, yeah, here's already 1/4 cup, and so I'm going to throw that in there. I need yeah, this is turning out to be quite, I'm going to have to do something else with this green pepper. Yeah. It smells good though. Let's see, this will probably be it right here. You know what, I bet this will be it right here. So let's just go ahead and chop this to make it 1/2 cup of green pepper. Yeah, I'm still eating the tacos I made the other day. This looks like it's going to make it to 1/2 cup. And I'll have to think of something else to do with this green pepper. You know what? I know what I can do with it. I can make one of my Japanese stir-fry dishes. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Do that. I've already done that. The stir-fried rice vermicelli, I've already made a cooking video for that. I'm going to try to go a little bit smaller here. Okay. So the green pepper will kind of spread out there. That's good. I mean the flavor into the sauce. This is going to be part of the sauce. Yeah, I made, this is from the Better Homes and Gardens 1981 cookbook, I think. And I happen to like the recipe. Okay, this is good. Okay. Yeah, one of the reasons I'm making this recipe is because my celery is getting old here. Yeah, okay, we're going to lay that aside. How much celery do I need? Okay, I need 1/4 cup of chopped celery. Yeah, it's getting a little limp here, but it's for a sauce. This should be fine. Yeah. Yeah. So I might have to throw the rest out. Okay, so 1/4 cup of chopped celery. Yeah, I just wanted to use it up. There are a lot of Chinese recipes that use celery too, so there's 1/4 cup right there. So I'm getting started today. I'm finding for most of my recipes, because I'm really busy, I spent a lot of time today looking up the grocery stores in my area, and it looks like I've pretty much visited all the ones that carry what I like, which is Asian food, Italian, Greek, and and some Spanish food. Like Whole Foods seems to be the only place around here that carries daikon radish. So if I want to get daikon radish, I'm going to have to go to an Asian grocer. We do have some in this town, but even the one Asian grocer that I went to, they only carried Korean radish. Yeah, I mean, that'll work if I'm in a pinch, but I really like the daikon. Looks like to get that, I'm going to have to go to a place called Far East Grocers. I'll have to take the bus to go out there, but then I have to take the bus to go to all these. Okay, this looks like that's going to be about a fourth. If not, that'll just give me an opportunity to use more celery. Let's check this out. Yep, this looks like about a fourth. Yep, that's perfect. We'll go ahead and throw that in here. And I'll be cooking this with the ground beef. The ground beef is frozen right now, and I'm thawing it out. Okay, that'll work. Go ahead and throw that out. My garbage can. The recipe called for 2 cloves of garlic. I'm going to save this for another recipe. So let's go ahead and mince this up. Yeah, this is already smelling good. I remember when I made this before. It's like American style spaghetti, but when I made it before in the early 1990s, I really loved it. So it's, you know, it doesn't matter if it's authentic cuisine or not. If you like it and it's delicious, then that's the main thing. I like the Barilla pasta when I'm not sure if that's what I have in the cabinet, but I'll use what I have. I did buy some linguine. I also have spaghetti. I think I might just use, but I do like the Barilla pasta. So when I'm either going to make linguine, which I bought for this, or I could cook the spaghetti. I'll decide. Let's see if I have enough of the spaghetti. I might go with the linguine, but all right. I'm taking the skin off of the over the garbage can of the garlic. So I guess we'll go ahead and finish doing. Oops. Yeah. Yeah, this trick really works. For celery, to keep it fresh, what I'll do is when I buy it from the grocery store, because I've had this celery now almost 3.5 weeks and it hasn't gone rotten. And I think the reason for that is when I get the celery from the grocery store, I will lay it on some paper towels, and then, well, first I'll lay down a sheet of aluminum foil, then I'll lay down some paper towels on top of the aluminum foil, and then store the celery in that. And I wrap it up really tight and store it in the produce part of the refrigerator, and it'll last a long time. However, this celery is starting to get a little limpy. Considering that it's been in there for like 3 weeks, I can't complain, right? My storage techniques are working. Italian parsley, I find, goes rotten really fast, gets limpy really fast. So what I'll do is I'll wash it when I get it from the grocery store. Then I'll shake it real good and try to get all the water off of it. And then I will dry it with paper towels, and then I wrap it up, and I'll chop the bottom part of the Italian parsley with scissors. I gotta rinse this off. Yeah, with kitchen scissors. About 1 inch from the bottom of the Italian parsley, and then you wrap it up in paper towels, and then wrap it up in plastic wrap, kind of like this right here, and it lasts. Yeah. Other than that, it's going to go bad really quick. And that's yeah. Actually, the recipe called for regular parsley, but I decided to use Italian because, well, you know, Italian parsley is a little stronger, but I think it imparts a nice flavor to Italian dishes. Let me see. I think I'm going to be cooking this with the, yep, the garlic's going to go in there too. So, let me see if it says minced. Yep, minced. Okay. 2 cloves of garlic minced. Yeah. And then I store garlic and onion in paper bags in a dark, dry place. And I'll wrap the top of the paper bag tight. And I try to store it in, you know, the driest place that I have is underneath my sink, which can get a little humid. So sometimes in the summer, especially when the humidity level goes up, that doesn't work so good. But I make do with what I can. That's the darkest, driest place I have in my kitchen. And I store the garlic and onion in there. Yeah, onions in there. I already have some onion chopped up, and I put it in the freezer, so I don't have to, I can skip that step. I'll show that, when I get it out of my container, I'll show it to you tomorrow when I cook the spaghetti sauce on the stove. So we're going to go ahead and mince the garlic. Yeah, I don't want to scrimp on the garlic because garlic gives Italian food a nice, you know, even though this is, I don't know if this is authentic Italian, it's Better Homes and Gardens, but it's delicious. That's all I care about, right? Okay. That's good enough. We're going to go ahead and throw that. We're going to go ahead and put this over here. Now, what I'm going to do with the Italian parsley is snip it with kitchen scissors. And I forgot to bring that over here. Oh, I got all of this lovely garlic all over my fingers. Yeah, this is going to be delicious. I can already tell. I'm smelling the sauce already. Okay. Let me get me some kitchen scissors. And I'll show you how I've had the Italian parsley in this for, I'd say, maybe 5 days. It looks like it's doing pretty good. Get some kitchen scissors. All right. Okay. Oh, I remember when I first bought these kitchen scissors, I cut myself really bad. At that time, Lori McBride was bad, and she used brain control on me. Oh, they were so sharp when I first bought them. Okay, so now how much do I need? I think it's 2 tablespoons snipped. Now this is going to go in this thing because, let's go ahead and put that right there. Because this is going to be a separate step. So let's see here. Let's see how it looks after 5 days. Okay, I'm obviously not going to be using all of this. Hey, not bad. Not bad at all. This trick works. And I've already washed this. So I just need, I believe it's 2 tablespoons. Yeah, 2 tablespoons snipped fresh parsley. Yeah, and now if you're using Italian parsley, you can go a little less. But I happen to like the flavor. That looks like about 2 tablespoons right there. Let's go ahead and put this back up in here. And I'm going to wrap it back in the plastic. Because this is working. My parsley is lasting. Yeah, last time when I didn't do something like this, within 3 days the parsley looked like crap. Yeah. All right. Let me go ahead and stick this. I'm going to go ahead and stick this right back in the refrigerator. Yeah, that's already been washed. Well, let's make sure I've got 2 tablespoons. Okay. So, oh, snip it. Here. Yeah. Okay. We'll go like this. This used to be super sharp, too sharp. But like I said, I gave myself a major injury with this once. That was when Lori McBride was bad and she used brain control on me. Now it's probably just, I mean, I probably still need to be careful, but looks like we're getting about 2 tablespoons here. Okay. There's about 1 tablespoon. Throw that over here. We're almost at 2 already. I can smell the sauce right now. This is going to be great. Yeah. Yeah. My own cooking. I think my food is better than restaurant food. That's my personal opinion. All right. Let's go ahead. Just going to go like this. Oh, this is going to be good. I can already tell. All right. We're already at 2 tablespoons. All right. We are good. I'm just going to throw it all in here. This is good. Italian parsley is just so delicious. All right, that's good. All right. We'll go ahead and throw the rest of this out. All right. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm storing it in here. And then the other items are in here. So everything's ready for tomorrow. The next thing I'm going to do, this is for grating the cheese. Oh, I need to put the spices in there too. Let me see. Okay. So tomato paste, parsley. We'll go ahead and put the dried herbs in there too. For the dried herbs, I'm going to have 1 teaspoon of dried basil crushed. Oh, crushed. Oh, we're going to have fun with this. I have a mortar and pestle here. Crushed. Okay. This is what they mean. Yeah, that causes the spices, when they're in the sauce, to spread out. Okay, let's go ahead and crush them all together here. We're going to have fun. Okay. 1 teaspoon dried basil. I'm just going to crush them all together here. 1 teaspoon dried basil. There you go. 1 teaspoon. All right. When you wash this thing, this mortar and pestle is made out of rock. You just wash it with water. Yep. Yeah. You don't use soap on it. Okay, the next one is 1 teaspoon dried oregano. Okay, that's this. I'm pretty sure this is, goodness, do I remember what I did? Yeah, that's basil. That smells good. That smells good. Okay, let's get the marjoram. Okay, the marjoram is a 1/2 teaspoon. Ooh, this thing is like it's electrocuted. Yeah, it's like it's electrocuted. Okay. Alright, marjoram. Now a teaspoon of oregano. I have the hardest time finding that ingredient around here. Okay. Teaspoon of oregano. Ah, this'll work. And all this needs to be crushed. There we go. Now we're going to have fun with this. This is how you crush it. Mortar and pestle. Am I in here? Here we go. Like this. Okay. That's what this is for. So we are going to crush the dried herbs with a mortar and pestle. Here we go. Yeah, I haven't used this too often. Here's my chance. You can see I'm a gourmet cook here. Yep. Here we go. This is nice. Okay. I have a feeling this is going to be absolutely delicious. Okay, that's good. I'm going to go ahead and throw that in here. Oh, that looks delicious. So I'll be washing this. Okay. You just wash this with water. It's made out of lava or stone, I think. So I'm going to be covering this with plastic wrap and just store it probably in the refrigerator. Okay. Now the next thing I'm going to do is, let's go ahead and turn the camera off, and I'm going to just kind of clear all this off, and then I'll work on grating my Parmigiano Reggiano cheese imported from Italy. Let's see. Okay, I just put the cut green peppers in a glass container. It's airtight, some paper towels on the bottom. They're already starting to go bad a little bit, so I don't know. Maybe I should have done this right away. But I'm not sure how soon I can get around to making this. This might need to be my next recipe. Okie dokie. I'm getting my grater ready. This is my Parmigiano Reggiano cheese, which I bought at Publix. Yeah. When I saw Publix had this, I grabbed it. This is when I was really into authentic Italian cuisine, I used to buy this cheese and make all sorts of delicious stuff with it. I lost my cookbook that I used called I forget. It was the food of Emilia, northern Italy. Let's see here. I think I'm going to go with this. It's kind of angle it. You know what? It's kind of like not. Yeah. This is a good grater. I bought it at Kroger. Yeah. I may not grate the whole thing, but I do have a recipe that I want to make that uses the potato recipe. Yeah, it's doing a good job grating it. So let me just go ahead and get this ready for tomorrow. I might just wrap the rest of it up in plastic wrap and do it later. It's making a bit of a mess. Yeah, I don't have the best filming activities. That's probably more than, well, that's probably plenty of cheese. Yeah, plenty of cheese. This is a really delicious cheese. The Italians, what they'll do is grate it right at the table right before they eat their food. I mean, they're really big into fresh everything, you know. I think this is enough for right now. I'm going to go ahead and store this in plastic wrap. And, oh boy, this looks good. Yep. And grate some more later, you know, as needed. So let's go ahead and, this should be plenty for my spaghetti. I don't want to get too fat, you know. Yeah, this is for tomorrow. So I'm just going to go ahead and store it in here. And I'll just put some of this out on my spaghetti. Oh, we're going to have a delicious Italian feast. I guess tomorrow, yeah? That should be plenty of I don't need... I gotta have some of this delicious cheese, you know. Made a bit of a mess here. Oh boy, this cheese. Delicious. This is imported from Italy. Okay, that'll be plenty for tomorrow. I'm going to wrap that up in plastic wrap and then grate it later as needed. This is day 2 of my spaghetti adventures, and I'm preparing the ingredients. Okay, as you all know, I already did the other spices. Now let's work on the, I'll have the link to this recipe. It's from the Better Homes and Gardens 1981 cookbook. Let's go ahead and get the sugar, salt, and black pepper ready, so I can just throw it in when that time comes. A teaspoon of sugar. Salt, I actually hate to use a lot of salt, but I am using no salt added petite diced tomatoes, so I think I am going to add some salt. Okay, the sugar, teaspoon. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Put this back in my cabinet. Salt, half teaspoon of salt. That's this size. Actually, the sea salt, yeah, that sounds about right. Something just fell in there. I don't want a whole bunch. I'd rather undersalted. That's good. There, that's good. If it's not salty enough, I can add it. Pepper, 4 teaspoons of pepper. Just kind of approximate this. I'm going to be making the sauce in my Dutch oven, which I usually use to boil this pasta in. So I'm going to boil my pasta in just a big, large saucepan. That's good. Alright, yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and mix this all together. So when the recipe tells, when I get to this point where I throw this in, I have it all ready. I already opened these with my can opener. This is petite diced tomatoes and tomato paste. So that's ready. Right now, let's see, I think that's it. Yep. Let's go ahead and we'll work on the pasta now. Okay, not the best camera in the world. Yeah, I'm going to have to use this because I need my big pan for the sauce. I'm going to throw in half of this, the Barilla Linguine. This is a pound, so I want 8 ounces. Cook it for about I'm going to say about 10 minutes. I do not want to overcook this. Let's put my hand in like this. Yeah. Trying to get half of it out of here. without. It got through in more than I intended. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, that's about half. I want to burn it. Okay. Yeah, it would be ideal to use a little bigger pot. I'm going to see if I can push this down here. Let me see what time it is. It's 4:22. I think I can wing this. Like I said, I'm pushing this because I need my big pot for the sauce. Looks like I'm going to pull this off. I'm going to have to babysit this a little bit because I'm using such a small pot. Okay, 4:22, about 10 minutes, I'd say about 4:31. Probably going to be ready to pull it out of here. I want to cook it al dente. I love the Barilla brand. Well, I live in a studio apartment, so I don't have a lot of space to store cookware, and I'm attempting to be an international gourmet cook. I have to be kind of creative, but I'm managing. I've learned with pasta that you can get away with the smaller pan as long as you kind of babysit it a little bit. So, because I need my other pan for the sauce, the big one that I normally use to make the pasta in. And what I made tacos recently, and what I'm going to do with the lettuce and tomato that I didn't use is have a side of iceberg lettuce with tomato and some salad dressing. Now, I love a salad with my spaghetti, so I'll go ahead. But I'm not going to make a video about that. I'm just going to get some iceberg lettuce that I have that I didn't use for the tacos. Rinse it, just shred it and put it in a bowl. Chop up the tomatoes, put them in a bowl, and then maybe just pour some salad dressing over it. Yeah. Yeah, even though this is an Italian dinner, I might use my ginger makoto dressing. Yeah, that'll work. As long as it tastes good, who cares? So, all right, let's see. 4:24. Okay, what I'm going to do is just keep an eye on this. I'm keeping an eye on the clock. And when it's time for me to drain this, well, it's actually pretty self-explanatory. You drain it, and I usually rinse it off with cold water too when I put it in the colander, and that way it keeps it from further cooking and makes sure it stays at al dente. Let me look at the package instructions. I think it does say I love the Barilla brand. They make really high quality pasta usually. Let's see here. Yeah, that trick of washing your pasta off with cold water is a Japanese trick that my mother taught me. It's especially important when you're making Japanese somen noodles, because those things cook, they get soggy so fast. Boy, it's almost time to pull it in about 5 minutes. Yeah, look at this. It's getting, let's go ahead and get the drain. Got a small place, but I'm managing well. get the colander over here. Yeah, what I don't have is 8-inch round cake or any cake pans, because I don't plan on making any cake, and I don't plan on making any cookies. At my age, 66 and a half, staying thin is a challenge and a half. And being a gourmet cook and trying to stay thin, you might say, you don't have any desserts? My desserts, because I'm a writer too, you know. My desserts are ready-made fruit popsicles and ready-made little chocolate. And then I just concentrate. I have cooked homemade chocolate chip cookies and cake and all that, but I can imagine what I'd look like if I started doing that. See, like, this is my dessert. I just got that at Target today. Yeah, like I'll have like a bar. Yeah. I figure at least I'm getting some nice dark cocoa out of that, right? Yeah. You know what? I think I'm going to pull it out, right? This looks like it's, and then, you know, part of this is going to be leftovers, so it's like, I might want to go, the package says 10 minutes, but I don't know, it seems like it's almost done. Let me see, what did they say now? For 10 minutes. Okay, I think, yeah, it's about 10 minutes, that'd be it, yeah. I'm looking at the clock. Yeah, that's about right. This is going to be good with that home grated Parmesan Reggiano cheese. Need to go easy on that, unless I want to be Fat City, but boy, that is good cheese, though. Cheese makes this dish, though. You got to have some cheese with this. All right. Okay, I'm going to let you see what I do here. If I can keep the camera from falling, that would be nice. Turn the heat off. Yeah, I can tell it's done enough for me. I've got a small place here. Okay. See, it's still cooking. So I'm just letting it sit there. Oh, it's definitely ready to go. I can tell. All right, there. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and run it through with some cold water. That's going to stop the cooking process. Some people wouldn't recommend this because some people just insist on having hot spaghetti, you know. That's good enough. Okay, there we go. That'll work. It's still kind of hot. It's hot enough for me. I just don't want to overcook it. Yeah. It's still cooking a little bit, you know, because I didn't run the water a lot. But yeah, that feels really nice. I have dropped this camera more times than I care to mention. I'm going to have to hold this with one hand because, yeah, I have all the ingredients laid out over here. And, okay, in Dutch oven, cook onion. Okay, here's the onion. That's a cup. Okay. Onion, sweet pepper. Here's the rest of them. The sweet pepper, celery, and garlic. We're going to skip the hot oil because I'm going to be using meat here. Hold on, I'm going to turn this off. This would be a lot easier to make if I didn't have to film it. So what I'm going to be doing, okay, is swishing this around until the meat is cooked. I do not have the best camera situation here. So, and I already dropped the cameras more times than I care to count. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm holding it with one hand, the camera, and using my left hand to cook. So let me just go ahead and do this until the meat is browned. I have had this this Dutch oven since the 1990s. I think since about 1995. They just don't make cookware like they used to. Like, I really love this. It has a stainless steel top. Yeah, I think one of the reasons my cookware has lasted so long is because I never use a dishwasher. I always hand wash everything. Though I did use a dishwasher on this because I had one in Seattle, but yeah, this I've had this for a long time. Though I wasn't able to move all of my cookware when after my divorce from Seattle. Anyways, yep, we're just about done here. I think we're ready for the next step. Let me see. You can see why they say to use a Dutch oven. I just threw in the tomatoes. The next thing I'm going to have to do is the tomato paste. Yeah, this looks good. If I remember correctly, there was a recipe, I think it used a bay leaf. Apparently, this recipe must be a little different than the one I had before. I think the recipe I used before had a bay leaf. Oh well. I think the basil is the same as the bay leaf in terms of flavor. This is probably still going to be good. I will let you know. Now let's put in the tomato paste. I'm going to have to turn the camera off because I have to use two hands for this. I actually just poured the water into the tomato paste can. And I'm going to kind of swish it around so I can get all of the tomato paste out into the, I didn't use the whole thing of the one ground beef because it called for 12 ounces of ground beef. So I'm going to save this for a quick, easy hamburger dish someday. Yeah. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and throw that in there. All right, now we're going to throw in dried herbs. Now, where does it say the, the dried herbs? That's these right here. Okay, hold on. I kind of goofed because I actually had the fresh herbs mixed in with the dry herbs. So I had some fresh Italian parsley. Oh, that's okay. It'll still be good. Yeah. Alright. Let me see what else. Yeah, the sugar, salt, and black pepper. So let's go ahead and throw that in there. Okay. So it looks like I got everything there. Bring to a boiling. I'm going to kind of mix it all up and then reduce heat. Well, I'm using mostly dried herbs, but I do have some fresh herbs, you know. It'll still be good. Alright. Okay. Okay, let's reduce heat. Okay, simmer covered for 30 minutes. Okay. Yeah, it's okay. If I remember correctly, when the Italians use Italian parsley, they usually put it in and let it simmer. So I think I'm good. We'll probably doing it more Italiano style. Let me go ahead and put a cover on this. You might say, you should have made the pasta last. It's not going to be hot. I'm probably going to put it in the microwave and warm it up. It might be okay. Or I might just run hot water over it. Yeah. Let me start cleaning up the kitchen a little bit. So it's going, the cover's not on. Okay. For 30 minutes, so it's 4:53, so about 5:20. It'll be ready. So let me go ahead and turn this off for now. Okay, there's the final product. And there's I'm going to have some lettuce with it. And I'm going to, usually, if I wasn't short on time, the Italians, they'll grate the cheese right there at the table, but I'm short on time. And I nuked the pasta. Let's go ahead and add the cheese. I threw in some cheese. What I usually do is I will, you know what, let me get my camera. Okay, let's see if I can do this without dropping the camera like I've been doing. Don't fall. See if I can get in a little bit closer. Okay, let's try that. Don't knock over it now. Usually when I eat it, I will go like this and kind of twirl it around. This is kind of a low salt version, so I might decide to add salt. Let's just see. Add a little bit of salt. I'd rather undersalt than oversalt, though. I can't stand it when salt drowns my food, so I choose to add it in later. Yeah. Let's try it now. I like it. It tastes like it's not going to make me look like a heifer when I'm done. Yeah. And I can taste the vegetables and spices. Good. It's good. Alright, I'll go ahead and I think I'll throw in a little bit more cheese. Cheese makes this dish. Throw in some more cheese. Yeah, let's try this. You throw in enough of this stuff and it's absolutely delicious. The freshly grated Parmesan Reggiano cheese. It's really good. It wasn't bad, okay. I went back and reread the recipe. I've been in a kind of a hurry today. I was supposed to simmer it a little longer, but I have modified the recipe at my website. It needs a bay leaf, okay? So what I'm going to do is I have modified the recipe, and in the step where you're throwing in the dry ingredients, throw in the bay leaf, and then you just remove it as soon as you're done simmering the sauce. The sauce, I only simmered it for like 30 minutes, and that it tasted as good as it did when I simmered it as little as I did means it's not a bad sauce. It actually needed a little bit more simmering. And I can fix it. I don't have any bay leaves on me, so I'm going to have to go buy some. But yeah, it's not bad. I think if you do as you saw me do, except add in a bay leaf and then remove it when you're done, it'll be perfect. Yeah, that's the only thing that's missing. It's got to have a bay leaf. In a world of secrets where darkness reigns, there's a warrior rising, breaking free from chains. She's Gail Schuler, her heart pure and strong. With the power of love, she'll right the world's wrongs. Yeah, fighting against the Jesuit order. She's the first, a passionate crusader. Stand by the side of conquering.